We got used to see the wedding as a beautiful, bright celebration full of songs, dances and fights, but originally this is the only second part of a wedding ceremony, which is called the red table. The first part, calling the black table, was completely forgotten, and true idea of the old tradition was lost and changed a lot. In ancient times, the bride's dress was not a beautiful festive attribute of a celebration. It was her mourning gown, it was her funeral ritual, and in the eyes of guests, she was nothing but a living dead. Today, we're going deep to the strange and creepy Slavic wedding ritual, connecting the bride with the world of the dead. From now on, your perception of this bright celebration will never be the same. Hi, I'm Stacy, and we are talking about the other side of Russia. So grab something strong, make yourself comfortable, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell not to miss anything. And we are starting. Many nations had the idea of the bride as a liminal creature, being between the world of the living and the world of the dead. From the Latin word limen, liminis is a threshold or gate. These all connected with the rituals of transition or initiation, where a person changed his existential status, birth, adulthood, marriage, and death. The number of stages varied in different nations. All these ceremonies had the one common thing. They were very important for the contact with the world of the dead. For example, a newborn was perceived as a creature came from the world of spirits, and it was necessary to have a ritual that would break his connection, because the dead could do harm to the living through this baby. Speaking about the transformation of adolescents into adults, this means adulthood for boys and marriage for girls. Here, the situation was more complicated. The idea of spirits in early societies was always two-sided. The dead could be both good and evil for the living. That's why the dead were not only feared but also worshipped as a source of knowledges, predictions, advices, and deep experience. It was believed that only the dead ancestors could give the knowledges necessary for a kid to become an adult. And to get those knowledges, it was necessary to go to the world of the dead, to die temporarily. Now, this ritual was not a game. It was believed that the person really lived the world of the living, and he or she should have died quite naturally so that ancestors would accept them as one of them, and then they should return safely without losing their human nature. That's why numerous amulets and rituals were used. They were special places where the contact with another reality was believed to be possible, and the initial person should have been there from several days, sometimes up to 3 months. Shamans made some rituals and passed the knowledges which were available only for adults. The feeling of contact with another world should be complete. The participants took hallucinogens and fell into trance. All this time, the initiate person was considered to the living dead and a real danger to the people around. So was the bride, usually before the transformation during the wedding's night. According to the tradition, right after the engagement, the bride immediately put on the mourning clothes. Some religions used white shirts. This is the color of death among Slavic people. Others black, like in Christianity. And in Arhangelsk province, the bride's head was covered with a veil, in which she was usually buried. Then the girl was crying over her face, saying goodbye to her parental house. She was singing farewell songs about death in 3 forests, 3 mountains, 3 rivers. That meant the world of the dead creatures. Sometimes the girl was crying and asking a cuckoo to give a message to her parents, and this was not by chance. The cuckoo was a bird that was believed to fly between 2 worlds. In many countries, brides were forbidden to speak, love, to go out, and even to sit at the same table with everyone. They were dead, and that's why I could not do anything but being or so. The word bride, невеста, itself means unknown, неведающая, like with no face. I call the dead. Special shirts were sewn for brides with the sleeve so very long that they couldn't touch people or things, because the touch of the dead could be fatal. Also, they had a traditional veil, later transferred to a wedding veil, and it was used to hide the bride's gaze, which was perceived as a witch's gaze. The original meaning of bathing traditions was the washing before the funeral. Banya was believed to be a sacred place where one could have a connection with the other world or to speak with his dead ancestors. The groom was already initiated and accepted as an adult, otherwise he had no right to start a family. His main task was to go to the world of the dead, find the bride, and bring her back to life, but making her a woman. That's why he's saying goodbye to his relatives, representing the speech of a man lying in the deathbed. Arriving at the bride's house, the young man sees that her friends would not let him in as the guardians to the other world, and to get in, he should have paid a ransom for the gates, doors, stairs, etc. The groom was also accompanied by his friends, and Stacy is the groom's godfather. They were helpers who protected the groom in the world of the dead, because he could meet there the most dangerous creatures. And here we see also the enormous number of wedding amulets, more than 400. When a groom had found his wife, he took her to his house where all the wedding participants were poured with the well water. When all the carts arrived, passed through the campfire, it was supposed to purify them after interacted with the world of the dead. The same ritual was seen after arriving from funerals. In the groom's house, the bride would wear a white shirt with bright print and festive red skirt. Her braid was loose, and a headdress for a married woman was put on. Afterwards, the young were escorted to the bedroom. The next day, guests saw the reborn wife, and she later studied her new life, changing not only the surname but also a personal name. So hope guys you enjoyed the video. Did you find anything connecting with your wedding traditions and your culture? Leave the comment down below and give this video a thumbs up or down as you feel it to be. Subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and I'm leaving you not for so long. See you in the next video. Bye.